The next one. Okay, you are live. Awesome. Yay. Now go in here and I'll shoot Betty that link. Okay. I'm live. Hi. So just FYI, this is being videoed. Helen, we're being videoed. This is a video. This is a tape session. So now everybody be on the Okay, so we are at MyKW, and this is what your control panel should look like. This is actually our demo account, so we're not seeing mine, we're seeing a demo account, which is great. I'm so glad we finally figured it out now. So probably some of you, this might be what it actually looks like until you start getting all your stuff right.
Mine is going to look like that when I get there.
Okay. So what we're trying to do is basically the point of this class today is to go over how are you going to get your leads all filtering in to your control panel. So when you click on my lead, which I just did, if you want to follow along with me, that'd be great. This is going to bring up where your dashboard is, your email reminders, contacts, market my listing, search MLS, create marketing, admin, help, and add-on options. So whenever you get a new lead in, it should automatically feed under new contacts. And then at the bottom here, it's going to say unread messages. So this is where your emails are going to feed in. Okay. But what we really need to know is, yes, you're going to get leads. You want to get leads from the website you're promoting, which is one of your sites, which is your eEdge site, which actually automatically feeds into here. But the other thing we need to do is figure out how we're going to get our leads from Zillow, Trulia, blah, 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 blah. So we go over here to your admin. And I'm just going to go at a very slow pace.
You have any ideas on how to connect it?
I don't know, Nancy. I don't know why yours is not connecting.
I try them both, Halloween and Halloween.
I can always walk you through it later. Just take some notes, follow along with me. Walter worked on video, so just letting you know we're being taped. I like to tell people that. Okay, so once you hover over admin and you go down here to leads, you click on leads. Okay. Now, if you want to do this, you can, but this is to actually pay for leads. You can just request a quote from them. They're going to bombard you with phone calls. Yeah. But they will. But when you go down here, it says use your email address in all your profiles below. So whatever your email address is here, which in this case for our demo site is demomc312@kwrealty.com. When you go into your Active Brain, you set up an account. You go to Trulia, you set up an account. Realtor.com, Realty Now, Zillow, Homes.com, whatever it may be, you're going to set up that account with whatever your email address is here. Okay? So, for example, I really don't want to go into my stuff because we're being videotaped. I'd be fine to do it if we weren't being videotaped. But if you go to Zillow, I'm using this as an example.
Can you answer something real quick?
I will try to.
Well, since I finally got connected.
Yes.
Where did you click on before you in the admin?
Leads.
Oh, my leads. Okay, so what did you do?
You go over to admin. Oh, before you go, just get in your dashboard. So you can click on contacts, you can click on my leads. That'll all bring you to your dashboard. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to just type in, I'm going to try to type in. I'm just going to go to Zillow. And what you guys can do actually is, if you haven't set up these accounts, you can go ahead and work on this while you're in here if you want to.
So it's already got my name there. I'll be connected.
I'm sorry.
It says use your email address, and it's got my right email address and all your profiles closed, so it's already done.
Mine is wrong. Mine is wrong.
So we need to go fix it under admin, under my account.
I'll just write a slide.
Isn't,
Okay, go ahead, Helen. Go ahead.
isn't that the address though that, no, that's not the address. I'm getting mixed up with, what? Dot Lewis.
Yeah, that's gonna be different.
Is yours correct?
Okay, so when you go to Zillow and you're creating an account, so when you sign in,
I'm not doing anything until they get it straight.
Oh, mine's right, mine's not right either.
That's not mine either. Okay, so when you set up a new account, you go to new account. You're gonna put in whatever that email address is, that's what you're gonna put in.
We want that to be our KW email, that's what we want it to be.
Okay, let me go back. Whatever your email address is down here,
Yours is wrong too?
that has to be your email address you put in for Zillow.
Which is wrong too?
But where do we get that from? That
This
email
right here?
address?
What's that email?
Is that your website there? Okay, hold on, wait a minute. You go to your account.
That's why, it's not like the regular email.
It's whatever you get the.
This is your email for EH.
Yeah, that's why the
Oh, so
question
it's not
was.
edge
So
email.
I just didn't know what I was asking.
That's why,
Because it's probably
Correct.
versus getting for KW.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay,
How do you
so then mine
change
is right.
email?
If you don't,
Never ever.
you can if you go, well, hold on. This can be changed. You can change your external email. But if you want to change this, my understanding, and I can be wrong, but you have to go pro to change that.
But it doesn't really matter, does it? Because it's not really emailing you, it's emailing
Does
your.
anybody see that?
When you're emailing your contacts from this system, that's the email that's going to be sent to your contacts.
Will the outside world see that email at all ever if it's wrong?
I'm trying to figure out how it's wrong.
They put an N in the middle of my name.
Then all we got is call Market Center support. I mean,
If you do get, they need to have your email correct.
Well, because it's at KW Realty and mine's just at KW.com.
that's a separate email.
So it's okay that it's got realty in it.
Yeah, same with mine, because it says.
Okay, first of all, we have two emails. Let me get that, let me make sure I get everybody.
You sure we don't have
But
five or
she did
six?
this, yeah.
Hey, Georgie, come in. Can I come to class? Yes, we're being videotaped.
So you made a land entrance.
Okay, we have two emails. We have our Gmail, which is our kw.com.
Okay.
Then we have our marketing email for EH, which is what this is right here.
So would that be what goes on all the, paperwork that we send to our client, that email? So when it generates like a,
Your buyer's
post,
guide
or
or whatever.
buyer's guide, seller's guide, will
No.
that email show up on all of that?
I don't think it
Where
does.
does it pull from?
We're gonna do a marketing piece really quick and I'll show you. This is why we get so confused. Everybody wants to go a different direction.
Yes,
So this,
we're stopped.
right now, at this point, all you need to worry about, what this class is about, is which email to stick in Zillow or Trulia or whatever you want to have, if you want to advertise. But Jesse put this on the Facebook page, all the different websites you need to have a profile on. To get leads from that, you can put in whatever email address you want to. I really don't care. It's totally up to you. I do it this way, so they're feeding into my EH system.
So it's because I've already set up as well with Trulia, but I set it up with the KW.
You can, and you can leave it that way, or you can go in and change it.
Okay.
It's not an issue.
But to get to each edge, it has to be this.
For it to feed into this system,
Right.
it has to be that email.
KW Realty.
So that's what we need to tell people, because you want everything going in one system.
And yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to make it easier for
Right.
everybody.
Because if you do, then, so don't tell us it doesn't matter.
Well,
If it, want it easier.
If you want it easy, then you need to put in the email address that is gonna feed into this. Okay, yes, Helen,
Okay, so then if someone has that address and they send an email,
okay? Then you're gonna get an email in your inbox, in your system.
right,
So let's say you have a client, Joe Dirt. That didn't really come out.
So change.
It works.
Joe,
Joe Johnson.
whoever he may be.
We can't even decide on the name.
If you're adding him as a client, okay, so you go under contacts and you add a contact. Okay, you're adding him in here, okay? You add his, if you have a phone number, great. You hope to have an email address, okay? You click whatever you're gonna click and then you click save. Well, under that contact, if he sends you, if you're sending him any emails, let's just say you're gonna, hold on, no, sorry. We're gonna compose an email. This is coming from your kwrealty.com. This is not coming from your kw.com. When you're sending an email to your client through this system, and if they respond to you, everything's gonna be under that person's name. Whatever you sent them and whatever they responded back. So if you have to go back for any reason to figure out, what did I send that person an email, you can easily see it because it's under their contact information.
And when they reply,
It comes back,
it comes back to here, it doesn't come to Gmail.
correct.
How do we know we have it? Is there some, is it
You
flag?
have to notify, you have to set it up under being notified that you get this, that you get notifications. Okay?
I think so.
So again, we have two emails. We have kw.com, which is our Gmail, and we have our EDGE email. So when you're sending out any emails to your clients, I like to use my kwrealty.com email address because for my clients through this, then I can easily keep up with them. Now, I do actually have a couple clients that I'm sending stuff through kw.com, but that's just the way I do my business. Questions? I know there's probably a ton.
Well, let's back up.
Okay, Dee Dee, please get me on track.
Well, no, I just, so people can understand how to use it, I think. You know, we all get a name. Somebody calls or somebody gives you the name of a referral. And we scribble it on a piece of paper somewhere, the back of an envelope, whatever, in the car, something.
Mhm.
And the biggest task that we have is how to make sure we capture all those names and get them in a system.
Yes.
And this is the best system. Put them on EDGE, because then you can start the campaigns, you can keep up your database is adding on every time. You know, you can go from 2 names to 200 names in a short amount of time if you're capturing every name and putting them in a system.
Yes. Yes.
So,
This is this is your database that you're going to create. This is where you're going to be sending stuff out to people. And the only, and the reason you put that email in these type things is so if you get a lead from that, it feeds directly to your the EDGE system.
Which is better to do it that way than it's really useless. You want it to go where it is.
I like it to go to my EDGE and they're already there. It already comes in as a contact. It already shows me where they came from. Because see, we're under here where it says, well,
So,
it's not going to show up because I don't have anybody in here. So let's just make somebody up real quick. This is a demo account. So what I say, Joe Johnson,
yeah, you know.
good enough for now.
And then everybody have their.
I don't know. We're going to use my email address. I don't have the email for Joe Johnson.
I think it's not gonna show up. You can use that email twice.
I don't know how to make
Make a dummy email.
a dummy email. I can't even get out of this thing because the thing will work. There we go. I just don't want my account on it. Well, when you enter somebody in there, it's gonna, and it feeds in from another source, it's gonna show, it's gonna have a source after it comes up. It's gonna say source, so it's gonna say a Truly lead or a Zillow lead or a,
Where does that show?
it shows up after you put somebody,
Oh.
I can't show you because I don't
Complete
have
it,
a
and
person
then it
here.
comes up, okay.
Correct. So basically, what all this class is telling you how to do is when you go down to your leads and you go to the bottom and it shows you all these as examples, this is the email address, whatever yours says, that's what needs to be in those sites.
How did you get to Zillow? Because mine doesn't highlight anything.
Mine doesn't
You just
come up
open
like
it up.
I just typed it in, I just opened up a new tab and put Zillow.com.
And so you've already established that, just you can go back and edit it and change the email address. And then just a question, since Lisa set up for us to have our KW email to go to our iPhone, can you help us to get the KW Realty, the Edge one to also go to our iPhones as well?
I can't, it's very technical, but I can.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
afraid I won't remember to look on the ES when I'm looking at my Gmail all the time.
Well, that's that e-edge is what you should be on every day.
And there's a way to get the notices.
Yes, there's a way to get the
I didn't
notices.
get that thing.
So find me and we'll figure out how to do the
I need
notices.
to make an appointment with our tech group.
No. You might need to go with that with everybody.
I'm trying to remember how. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to remember how. Okay, here we go. When you go to my account, under admin, and you click my account,
Wait a second, where's my account now?
I can't, okay. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's been, okay.
go down to where it says activity alerts on the left-hand side.
Okay, how far?
Okay. Okay, you could add an email to this, so if you wanted to add your kw.com email, you could do that.
To,
Add alerts for new messages from contacts. You see where it says add?
yeah,
You just click add.
So you, since
You put a
mine,
cell phone number, an email address.
so if it already had the KW one in there, you can just have the KW Realty one in there as well.
Okay.
Let me show you.
It's already got this one that's gonna automatically have, so you're gonna get notices on that email.
Yeah, mine doesn't. Mine just has to the town adult person, KW.com.
Oh, mine's never realty.
That's all mine has too.
Okay,
So
Then
would I add
you
that?
need to add the, yes.
That might be where the confusion
Oh,
is.
I can't do this, because it wants an N. Can I just put the real one and ignore that N?
You can't just ignore it if it's already in there, because that's what the system has you in as your, and that is the number one problem, I think, is that when we set this up, and maybe Lisa's not doing a good job of explaining this, because this messed me up for a long time, is when you first set it up and she says, what's your email? And you don't know nothing about nothing, so you give her whatever you've been using, and it may or may not be a KW-related email. And so that's in the system for the longest, and then we're wondering why we don't get notices because we haven't set it up and all that.
Yes.
I think,
Yes.
So how do you go back and correct that?
yeah,
We can do it.
So I know where to add another email when I get that straight.
Yeah, so.
I have to ask you this because it's a senior citizen, so it's senior. How do I get there again? It's,
You go up here to, you go up here to admin, you go to my account.
well, okay, I'm not in that place yet, so do I just hit any of the tabs? new contacts or anything?
Oh, are you
yeah.
back, here on the main page? Yeah, just hit new, contacts or leads.
Okay,
And then that'll bring up your dashboard.
okay.
And then you go to admin and then click on my account.
Okay, now, you sent me, when I added it, said, thanks for signing up for Margaret Leader Alert. You will now receive an alert with the contact action. Requires your. So did I just do something?
You did what you're
right?
supposed to do, yeah. Okay. What other questions? What are their names? That's Terry and Deanna.
I'm 40, really.
Her name's Heather. So everybody needs to work on setting up their accounts. They gotta have a profile for this. I'm sorry.
Where do you get the file?
You start a profile on Zillow, Trulia, Realty.com.
Okay.
It takes time. It's not something that's gonna be done overnight. Unless you're gonna stay up all night doing it.
And it's sometimes if you
Like,
like say that, you lose all of it. So we're gonna wait until you have this correct.
So it's gonna take a little time to do that, but that's how you just need to make sure you have the correct email address, so when you're getting any leads from those sites, that they're feeding into your CRM account, which is called Edge. Any other questions? Nancy,
Thank you.
good question, Nancy, I know you do.
No, not really. When I went to my admin page, there were 4 different emails there.
So you should be getting notifications at 4 different places.
But when I went to that activity alert, there's only 1 email.
Okay,
And so,
so then you're only getting it on that one.
but that is my KW.com.
And are you getting alerts when somebody goes on there?
And so that's okay.
It's fine.
And the admin page that shows 4 different emails, that doesn't matter, right? I don't know why I got 4. I didn't even know I had this special.
When you, okay, so here you're saying you have homework.
Let me go back to it. When I went to admin, I think it was my account.
Okay. See what,
Yeah, it was that.
this right here?
Mhm.
How do you have 4?
I have a website. email.
That's no. Your website, that is your website address.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Not your email.
I have an email at eEdge email. I have
An
a,
external email.
where is it? Yep, I have an external email.
Yep. And then you have your marketing email.
Right, that's 3. That must
So
be
your
right.
marketing email is going to be what's on all your marketing items.
Right, and that's something you cannot change.
Well, I know you can change, let's hit edit.
Which do we want it to be?
There's some you can and some you can't.
So external you can, marketing you can.
Yeah, the website and the edge you can.
You
The
can-
website and the edge is exactly right, you cannot.
Okay.
That's what it's from.
My marketing email.
And that's
is
why it
at-
drives it to this.
That's why it's where I spent on those things. And I called yesterday and they said it fixed it. It's still there.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. It's all-
Any other questions?
Well, I have a website email, I'm an eEdge email. I don't even know how to check that. That came from
Your website,
eEdge email.
yeah, your eEdge email is what's right here.
Is that when I get something?
Yes.
But there's nowhere to really go check.
Yeah, there is.
I don't have to check it. As long as it comes into my other one, I don't have to check it.
Okay, you see here when you go to your dashboard,
Let me go down.
it's unread messages. Whatever your message is here, that's your eEdge email.
Go to.
That's where these go.
So if you want yourself, you check that email every day and
I'll
you go
go
right there.
Now,
And that's where you check your
And I
email.
have it on my phone.
I never check.
But it has nothing to do with the email that we set up.
Exactly.
It's
So that's
where,
another email.
so, yeah, but what's interesting is that when I put that email address in, the KW Realty, I immediately got it on my KW.com.
Because you're getting it forwarded there. But see,
So then we don't need to add anything
it's up to you. You're not gonna be able to read the email. It's just gonna say a portion of it, then log into Market Leader.
Oh, you know what it was? It was a text. That's what it was. That's why it's not. Okay.
It's just an alert.
I have emails I haven't read.
Okay.
That's what the website's not right, because it's KW.
Mine's not working either.
Any questions?
A million, but
Anything else that belongs to the whole, what email address you're supposed to use to feed into your EDGE system?
It's the wrong.
so now.
That's how you find it.
When I get something from Trulia, or somebody requests a
Right.
lead from Trulia,
Right?
now what happens to it?
Okay, if you get a lead from any of those other websites, if you have that, your EDGE email in those other websites, then it should feed right into here as a new contact.
Okay,
And then you will get a notification, because you have to set up the notifications, we just went over that. Then you'll get an email and you should get a text saying you have a new contact.
okay, so I was thinking it was going to our website, and that's not what this is about.
No,
All right, do you mind just going through it one more time?
when you go, we start from the beginning. So this is, when you first log into your MyKW EDGE system, this is it.
Yeah.
Okay. You go over here to, I just click new leads because it's easier. Lies and do for spinning. Okay, so when you get here, then you go over here to admin. Go down to leads, you click on leads, and then you go down to the bottom, and this is the email address you're looking for.
And when you go,
That's just example.
but the list that, Justin just sent out, we need to go to all those and set up account.
Yes.
When did he send that? Just a few minutes ago?
No, he sent it on the Facebook page.
I gotta get that Facebook right now.
I have to-
Alan?
From there, and if you're already receiving Trulia leads, how do you get them? Do we need to go into the Trulia account?
Yes.
Put in this email?
Yes.
Well,
We need to put in that email.
Yes, ma'am.
the box one at the bottom
I
of the
can't
page.
get into, because I get the emails and stuff now on my, just my .com.
Right,
Well,
But the
I do too.
disadvantage is it's not feeding into the,
correct.
Okay.
Because the goal for me, this is what I do.
That's good to know, I didn't know.
What I'm doing with mine, when I get any kind of lead, I have emails already pre-written that I have got. No matter, so it doesn't matter if it's Google, Zillow, Trulia, Homes.com, Realtor.com, whatever it may be. I've already got these pre ones done. The reason I got them from a webinar that I watched, and they sent out the anyways. Okay, so when go ahead, Dee.
I was gonna say, can you show me where you put that?
You have to have Pro to do it.
Okay.
That's the other thing.
It's called Quick Links.
That's the other thing you may want to bring up for Pro. You know, we were paying $99 for Pro.
Yep.
We got for, agents now who may want to be interested in it because it is good when you use it.
It's a 99 a month. right?
Yeah, but if you get a certain amount of people, you can get it half that price.
Well, well, I wouldn't say half.
$50.
It's a discount.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much of a discount now, because things have changed.
Okay.
but closer to that, it might be, like when family reunion, they put it on sale, or December, they put it on sale, or something.
They do put it on sale occasionally,
I'm waiting for it to be on sale.
but I was trying to explain why I do this in my EDGE account. But when I get a lead from there, then I automatically send them, well, I call them first. You literally have 5 minutes. You don't call them in 5 minutes, they're gone. more than likely. So I know if it's 10 o'clock at night, you don't have to call them 10 o'clock at night, but if you have a computer in front of you, you might want to go ahead and send them an email. And then you can say you're gonna follow up with the next meeting. Well, when I get one, I immediately call them, or I text them, and I send an email from that system, from this system. And I always redirect them to my site, to my personal website. Because I want to set them up on a listing alert on my website.
What do you say in that template? I mean, what, this automated, like template that you send back to them, what do you say in that?
I mean, it's pretty basic stuff. I mean, it's just, it's pretty basic stuff saying thank you for contacting me through Trulia, through Zillow, through Google, through whatever it may be. And sometimes I tweak it, and it'll have a link where you can stick in a link saying, this is the information you're requesting on ABC, whatever street. View my website
Do you
for,
put the MLS sheet or something
Nope.
in there?
I send it directly to them from my site.
Okay, that's another class, okay.
That's another class.
I might put that on the list of,
I mean, it's a lot, first of all, there's a lot of stuff to this, guys. There's a lot of stuff, and you're not gonna get it in a day. I have been here for 2 years. I've watched webinar after webinar after webinar. Through Market Leader, through Trulia, through Keller Williams. There's a lot of stuff to this. There's so much stuff in here I don't even know about yet. This is just stuff I'm helping you with that I do know, that I think would be beneficial to you. I don't have all the answers either.
Actually, I mean, it honestly helps us understand where we have all these errors, so when you help us at 2 o'clock, it's gonna save you a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because you pretty much have just figured out where we've got KW and KW Realty, so.
And I just hope these classes are helping, because I really do want to help, as this has been asked of me to do, and I want to do it. I do want to help. Where was I going to go with this? But if you decide, I mean, oh, this is what I want to do. I'm sorry. This is a very good, besides KW Connect, which does everybody know how to get to KW Connect? No.
Yes.
Yes. Some of you do, some of you don't. If you go under technology, no. If you go under education, you see under there it says KW Connect. Okay, if you just go to the top where it says home education, coaching, marketing.
I'm back on that one page.
Okay. And you go down here to KW Connect. That's gonna open up a whole nother window. And I don't know if you know this, but I think our market center has to pay for this.
$500 a month.
And what is it for?
It's to teach you how to do stuff.
Oh,
Thousands of videos on there.
There's so much information on KW Connect, it's unreal.
and that's directly related on how to use the system?
It's more, yes, more stuff on how to use the system, how to do this, how to do that. Whatever you want to know might be on here.
Let's see, for instance, what's new, internet lead generation with J. Michael.
I lost my whole link again.
But can I ask a question of everybody? How many people are signed up to have started Commit to Excellence online?
There's a lot of information on that. If everybody watched all the videos under the training, that's a lot of this right here. Hold on just a second.
And really, you just need to put